Hey, hi, hello, and welcome back to this day's Heart Chakra Daily Boost with Love and Action Network. I'm Tara Priolo. I'm your resident white-facing biracial multi-passionate musician, and that is my child, Piper. And I talk about the issue that nobody wants to talk about and push you to do the same. As I said, I'm here with Love and Action Network. Love and Action Network is a peer support organization where we encourage, equip, and empower you to put your love in action and follow your dreams so that the world can be a better place. Our CEP is at Andre in the Flow. He can be found on all platforms at Andre in the Flow. He is still looking for auditionees, applicants, funders, venues. You can find out all the things that we're looking for at lovedandlovable.bio.link, 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 lovedandlovable.bio.link. Our other practitioner is at PWYC33. Again, you can find PWYC on all platforms at that handle. And he runs House of Mommy Wata. And you can find me on all platforms that matter at Tara Priolo Studio. We're trying to give a bottle. We don't want the bottle, friends. We do not want the bottle. Okay, so, whoa, Millie, stop. Good golly, Miss Molly, y'all. Good golly, Miss Molly. Okay. We're going to do We the Urban, Heart Chakra, and Melody Beatty today. The 52 weeks of conscious contact with Melody Beatty. All right, so, hang on. We may be clear. We may be clear. Okay. If you are here with me on YouTube, you have to say hello for me to know who you are. If you are here on Instagram, I can see you. And I will be checking comments periodically. We almost got the chewy man narrowly avoided barking. Okay. So here we go. Let's do the We the Urban. You deserve all of the good things coming your way. Your mental health comes first. Take care of your mind today, love. There's so many things going on right now. It's really important for you to recognize and honor your worth right now. Prioritize your cup. Remember how we started out this year in my Joy is the Revolution Masterclass talking about overflow, the overflow principle? We should get back to talking about that because that's what this means. Prioritize your cup. Prioritize your overflow. Uh-oh. Prioritize your overflow. Don't worry, y'all. That's just a thing that Piper does. Persistence will get you there. Persist through the fear. Persist through the setbacks. Persist through the uncertainty. Persist through the silence. Persist through the criticism. Persist through the pain. Persist through the loneliness. Persist through the doubts. That's such a big one for a lot of us. Persist through the doubts. Hello. You are loved and lovable. Stay in your power, stay in your joy, stay loved and lovable. Y'all tell 5 people today that they are loved and lovable. You can tell yourself too. You count as one person. All right. Persist through the disappointments. You deserve reassurance, reciprocal action. Nope, that's not what that says. Reciprocal attraction, actions that match intentions, an equal expense of energy, and kept promises. Don't settle because you're lonely. Make your love life a living testament to the peace you find in independence. So that when someone does enter your sphere, they're adding in an already beautiful existence, not creating one for you. Detours become discoveries. Hurdles become highlights. Chaos becomes creativity. Obstacles become opportunities. Troubles become teachers. Relax and trust the process. Trust the process. Oh, did I no, we're good. Okay. Ha 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 ha. I think they have the same slide in here twice. Okay, you are not too old to start. You are not too old to do what you love. You are not too old to set new goals. You are not too old to to find love again. You're not too old to make love again either. You are not too old to make new friends. You are not too old to change your mind. You are not too old. Hang on, back up. You are not too old to change your mind. You have not held a belief like even if it's a belief that you've held since the day you were born, the day you started understanding, the day that you came into deconstruction. You are not too gone to change your mind. Ceasefire now. Arms embargo now. Free the world. You can change your mind. You are not too old to find your purpose. You are not too old to live in your purpose. You are not too old to become the best you. This last line, don't count yourself out so easily. This next chapter of your life is calling for you to step out of fear and into your power. It's asking you to embrace growth, trust your journey, and believe in the ability to rise. This one's long. Buckle up, folks. How can feeling every emotion intensely lead to inner peace? Well, it fuels your imagination and serves as a wellspring of creativity. It enhances your intuition and allows you to appreciate the beauty in the tiniest nuances of life. It makes you want to listen more, understand better, and empathize more deeply with others. You get the privilege of engaging with life, love, and connection in the most vivid, profound way. Your sensitivity can become a gift that empowers and protects you. It's a quality you should never shame yourself for having. And the last slide, say it with me. I deserve a life that feels good for my nervous system. I deserve a life, period. All people deserve life. I deserve a life that feels good for my nervous system. I deserve a life that feels good for my nervous system. All right, let's move on to the 52 weeks of conscious contact with Melody Beattie. We are in week 42, y'all. There's 10 weeks left of the year. And this is self-acceptance. This week is the theme. Self-acceptance, which actually very much relates to that We the Urban post. Day 4 says, I want you to meet these people, I told a friend. I think you'll like them, and I think they'll be helpful in your career. Great, my friend said. Can I just be myself, or do I have to be someone else? Let me read that last sentence again. Great, my friend said. Can I just be myself, or do I have to be someone else? The inventory focus. Y'all know that I love this day because it just asks questions. Now, the word God is in here. It's in here. We are a bring your own belief organization. Replace it with a word that makes you feel good. I will probably use the word spirit or love. We'll see when I get there what makes the most sense in my brainy brain, okay? Inventory focus of the week. Are there any areas in your life where you feel that it's not okay to be who you are? I could cry about this as I am coming out of a paralysis. Are there any areas in your life where you feel that it's not okay to be who you are? Who are the people in your life who trigger a lack of acceptance of yourself? Do you feel like it's okay to be who you are when you talk to spirit? What's the hardest thing for you to accept about yourself? It's easy to look around and think people are better than you. Sometimes it's easy to think they're all nuts. I used to categorize people in two ways, them and me. But now I have learned that it's just one big us. we got to move on because I could take all day. I could take all day. What is this called? This is heart chakra. Today's mantra is I love. You can fill up the comments here if you're live with me. You can also fill up the comments. There's a post over on our Love in Action socials where, which speaking of, let's get the Facebook up to 50 likes and followers so that we can go live on the Love in Action Facebook account for daily boosts. Okay, so we need 50 followers. So share it with your friends. In addition to telling 5 friends that they are loved and lovable, you're going to share the Facebook page with them and have them follow us if you found value here, which I know you have because it's been valuable information. You're welcome. Anyway, the mantra of the day is I love. What do you love? I love fall weather. I love my baby. I love myself. I love Love in Action Network. I love the world. I love my communities. I love building. I love infrastructure. I love creativity. I love singing. I love music. I love my voice. I love the ways in which the world changes. I love. I love. Reflecting on the heart chakra, also known as Anahata in Sanskrit, can help you cultivate compassion, love, and emotional balance. Here are some questions to guide your introspection. Let's do, since we're talking about self-acceptance, let's do this first one. Self-love and acceptance. How do I show love and compassion to myself? Do I practice self-care and self-respect consistently? What are my feelings towards my own worth and value? These are huge questions, my dudes. Huge questions. I'm going to read them again and then I'll go back in and answer them and point you in some directions. Self-love and acceptance. How do I show love and compassion to myself? Do I practice self-care and self-respect consistently? What are my current feelings towards my own worth and value? My goodness. How do I show love and compassion to myself? I work on myself. I work to be a decent human. I work to connect and ground myself. I work to belong to myself. Um, I work to belong to the spaces that I'm in. Uh, I try to forgive myself. I work to forgiving myself. Um, you know, it's how do I show love and compassion? In forgiveness. In forgiveness of even the things that others don't consider to be mistakes, but I consider to be mistakes. In forgiveness of moments of weakness, in forgiveness of moments of anger, whether righteous or not. I show myself love and compassion in the moments that I choose to see past all the bad things that I've done. I show love and compassion to myself in my joy and my overflow. I show love and compassion to myself in my revolution. I show love and compassion in myself to myself through trust and through action. I show love and compassion to myself by accepting my authentic being. How do you? Do I practice self-care and self-respect consistently? Now, here's where I'm going to go with this. Dr. Flo talks often about the 7 areas of self-care. You can join any of his lives. He's usually live at 10, 2, and 6. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, please, Dr. Flo. He's here with us. You can follow him if you're in the comments of the YouTube. Otherwise, you can find him on all platforms at Andre and the Flow. But he talks often about the 7 areas of self-care. And we talk often about the Finch app and how great that has been for areas of self-care. Now, I think a lot of us can get on self-care. I think that self-care looks a lot of different ways for a lot of different people. For some people, it's spending money. For some people, it's not. For some people, it's hanging out in their house with their baby. For some people, it's hanging out with their dogs. For some people, it's going out in nature. It doesn't really matter what that looks like. But I think we all have an easy time of finding what self-care looks like for us. And the challenge is the pattern of self-care and doing it consistently. But the part that we miss is the self-respect. And maybe this is something that we can deconstruct, but my theory reading this in this moment is that we lack self-respect because of white supremacy and the systems that uphold it. We lack self-respect because the world wants us to hate ourselves so much that we do not revolutionize, that we do not call for ceasefire, that we do not call for life. We lack self-respect. We lack self-respect because we're taught not to respect ourselves. What are my current feelings towards my own worth and value? I currently feel very waffly. I currently feel I know that I am worthy. I know that what I have to say is valuable, and I am straddling the accessibility of the way in which I give information. And I'm straddling what it means to show a righteous anger that some believe does not belong to me and others believe that they cannot understand. I know I am worthy and I know I am valuable. And making that public and making that known in a way that is accessible to all of the people that I want to reach, which is everyone. Because we all have a voice and we all need to lift it. I vacillate often, so often, on how to keep that message acceptable. I know I am worthy and I know I am valuable and I know that my message and messages are so worth hearing and so worth taking in. And yet, there is a prism and a fractal of which we all have these pressures of the respectability of showing up. And I vacillate often in what that accessibility looks like on me. I feel like we end here once every month. Oh, y'all, big work is happening. You know when that erupts in you, you know when that overflow comes out, whether it shows up in tears or whether it shows up in pride or whether it shows up in joy. You know that you're doing the work because that catharsis is the work. It is the overflow. It is the thing that people can attach to and people are attracted to and people want to love. I know that I am worthy and valuable and loved, and I know that I am compassionate and trustworthy. And I know that I have a ton of overflow to give. I think, dear friends, that this is a good spot to end. I want to invite you closer Closer in our daily boosts, in your participation in our daily boosts. Closer in our Telegram chats where we shoot the shit all day long. Closer in the winner circle to work with Dr. Flo on accountability and your goals and your dreams and your businesses. I want to invite you closer into liberation conversations where I am challenging myself and my own beliefs along with yours. I invite you into Lift Every Voice Substack. I invite you onto our Instagram pages. I invite you onto the posts. I invite you to comment. I invite you to participate in stories. I invite you to come closer, to lift your voice. I invite you to come have a podcast interview with either Dr. Flo or I. I invite you to belong, to stop resisting the belonging because something makes you uncomfortable. I invite you to love. I invite you to joy. I invite you to overflow. You are loved and lovable, and no one can change that. Continue to be anti-racist, be safe, wear a mask, make good trouble, do good work. I love you all hardcore. Joy is our revolution. Come belong to it. I will see you on Friday.